Does Tank 300 have a real issue with towing, or is it more or less made up theory crafting that some content creators and some theoreticians in the comments are prone to? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Dimitri and this is Value Cars Australia. And before you ask, yes, I'm sitting in my new car that we will talk about in the other video. Stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to hear more. Today I will show you a couple of shorts, short videos from YouTube posted by a Russian channel called Tank Против Всех. It means tank against everyone. What a great name of a channel. So the creator there posts only short videos, so we kind of cannot overlay it here particularly gracefully. I apologize for that. But what he does is he bought a tank and he basically makes everything, all videos are about the tank. I will tell you, preempting kind of the further part of this video, that you should absolutely stick around for. It's not obvious, okay? It's not obvious, yeah, what I'm going to tell you. But he also makes certain claims that then get very, very rapidly debunked in the comments. In Russian, obviously, that are left to his shorts. So I went through both of these sources of information. I watched 3-4 of his shorts directly related to tank towing, and listen to what he had to say. I will tell you what he said in a second. And then I read the comments. There are hundreds of comments, and yes, I bothered to read so that this video is somewhat informative. Otherwise, why just regurgitate certain content that others produce? That's not how I roll around here. This video is sponsored by Viofo and their amazing 3-channel dash camera over here that I am unboxing and installing in great detail on my other channel, Auto Gear Reviews, if you're interested to dive further into this. It's not a budget dash camera, it's one of those upmarket products that are designed for people who value high fidelity footage, as well as 3 channels of simultaneous recording. It records forward while showing you what's recorded, what's being recorded. It has its own screen as well on it. It records backwards, and it can record inward as well. There are 3 cameras essentially included here, and they're all high fidelity. This is an amazing product if you are after an upmarket, dash camera for your vehicle that you would like to, make sure that everything is preserved as pristine as possible, to have evidence for insurance claims. God forbid something happens like this. But you know why we have dash cameras. We're not just installing them for fun. We're installing them in case we need something. And this thing is really amazed me when I tested it. So do check out Auto Gear Reviews as well as promotional links in the description of this video, and I appreciate your support. Okay, so our friend here, he has 2 use cases. I will talk about first one first and then the second one. So we have 2 samples here. First, he has a massive custom-made trailer. Yeah, that I will put the dimensions of the trailer on the screen here, because at the moment of recording of it, I can't remember what exactly he said. I'm recording it separately, but I'll put the dimensions here. It's a big trailer. It's a freaking massive trailer. He extends his arm. He shows to us just how big it is. If it's not convincing enough for you to see it next to Tank 300 in the frame, I think it's pretty obvious that the trailer is big. He doesn't tell us the exact mass of that trailer, but my suspicion is that the trailer like this on 2 axles and as big as this trailer, as this massive box is, I suspect it is anywhere between 400 and 700 kilos. That would be my assessment, but you let me know in the comments down below what you think. So let's establish the baselines first. Yeah, most importantly, when you attach anything to any vehicle, it is the towing capability of your vehicle and experience of towing depends not just on the power of your engine. Well, it massively impacts it, but not just that. What's impacted, what creates the biggest impact is the shape and aerodynamics really of both your vehicle and whatever it is you're towing. So if you're towing a house on wheels, and it doesn't matter, you can be in Land Cruiser 300, right? You will still struggle towing something like that. But if you are towing even a relatively large but a very aerodynamic sports boat behind, your experience is going to be different. So in this case, I just want to get the obvious out of the way. This trailer looks heavy. It also looks like it's horribly not aerodynamic. So as someone said in the comments to these shorts, and I thought I'm going to reuse that phrase because it's great. He says, "Oh, lo and behold, one brick is towing another." Yeah, Exactly, it's one brick is towing another. What the hell can you expect? But let's get to it. So our friend here tows this thing for quite a few hundreds of kilometers. He's going from wherever he is to another region of Russia, yeah? And inside of that trailer, he shows us he has, like, currently a dog and a quad bike and a few other things, and they are planning to live in that trailer as they are there wherever they're going to camp, yeah? Okay, so that's the first case. He gets this trailer onto the open road, and he ultimately his shot is only focused on the fuel consumption. Yeah, but we are obviously interested in the general experience as well as fuel consumption, I suppose. So once again, not to mess up the numbers, I'm going to overlay here exactly what he says as far as the fuel consumption is of tank with that weight behind him, with towing that weight. You tell me, is it good? Is it bad? Of course, we are looking here at a scenario where he probably went through some city scenarios of driving with that, but then he gets onto the open road, onto the highway, kind of like we would get out of Sydney and go to Central Coast or something like that, or even further. And that's what we're looking at here. So I think that it's not too bad, personally. That's my opinion. It's certainly better than auto expert John Cadogan talks about as this is rubbish, completely a non-starter for towing. Yes, it's a starter, John. You can see here, and John's fans, fanboys and fangirls can see that where there is a will, there is a freaking way, okay? And people are getting a very capable, very solid 4x4 and make it freaking work, okay? Maybe it's not gonna win any particular medals for being the most efficient tower out there, but it is far, 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 far from the scenario of being complete poo and completely incapable of towing. That's what I am seeing from this. Now, on to the other shot over here presented to us. In this scenario, the same person has loaded up a Lada Niva 2-door onto the trailer. It looks like the same trailer except the box is taken off it, but the platform is still the same, 2-axle platform. And he is towing this Lada Niva, explicitly mentioned in this case, for 200 kilometers. Again, on the highway by the look of it, from what he's showing to us. But if you are keen enough to pause and take a look, clearly when he pans the camera a little bit there, you can see that he isn't just towing Niva. There are 3 of them in the car. So that completely blows John Cadogan and other haters out of the ballpark of saying that Tank 300 can't lift anything and can't carry any weight and can't also tow. We are seeing it here. Try and argue with a fact. Try and argue with a fact. So that's it. Prosecution rests. To me, over here, the only thing that he overshot a little bit, the creator of the video, Tank Против Всех, what he's saying is that he's towing 2.5 tons. And that's where the people in the comments, in his comments, completely ripped it to shreds and saying, come on, mate, Lada Niva weighs 1.2, at a stretch 1.3 tons, maximum 1.3. And this kind of trailer would weigh maximum of 300 to 400 kilos, at least for their estimation. So what they are suggesting is that he is overshooting it kind of for dramatic effect a little bit. And in fact, he is not towing 2.5 tons, he's towing about 1.7, 1.8 maximum tons here. But I'm sure you would agree, as a lot of people did come to the conclusion in his comments as well, that having 3 people in tank, as well as towing something like this, Lada Niva, slightly more aerodynamic than a box, literal box of the first scenario, but still, yeah, of 1.7 tons, let's even go completely the lowest possible denominator here, 1.7 tons plus 3 people in the car. Don't you think that's pretty damn decent? Plus he says to us that his computer at the end of the drive said that on average the fuel consumption in this 2-liter petrol engine was 17 liters for 100 kilometers. 17 liters per 100 kilometers. Of course, it's on a highway, it's high for a highway, blah, 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 blah. I get that. And I get the separate spin-off that we're not going to go to, that tank could have used a diesel engine. Yes, it could have, but it doesn't have one. But with this kind of scenario, I hope that I have proven to you, in this particular case, with no particular agenda, I'm not benefiting from proving it to you, I just am interested in the topic, and I don't like people BSing others without practically even researching the material. So there is material like what I've shown you today that proves to you that Tank 300 can perfectly tow the most freaking awkward objects. Yeah, again, it's not a towing competition. Let's not suddenly move the flag posts. We are not suddenly saying, is it the best tower out there? No, we're just debunking the fact that Tank is poo and Tank cannot tow anything. It very much freaking can, and if you haven't seen how it can, well, rewind the video, like, subscribe, and watch it again. Thank you very much for joining. I'm in a very good mood today. I hope you are as well, especially after watching of this video. Talk to you in the comments down below and in the next video, and check out the sponsors in the description always. Goodbye for now. Talk to you next week.